shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.